Hey guys, another Dan the Man trailer review, and I want to wish a happy birthday to my sister Adriana Martinez. She just turned 21. Went to dinner, had a drink, good times. So happy birthday, Adriana! I'm your big, the eldest of the three kids from my father and my mother. So older brother, shout outs to my little sister who's now 21. So this happy birthday and be safe. So Agent Carter, it's on tonight, and then with Agent Carter, we had the trailer of a full-length trailer, not the teeny weeny ant size trailer we got for the movie Ant-Man. Still sick. Of Ant-Man. Now I'm gonna review Agent Carter, so you're gonna hear my thoughts on that. I haven't seen it yet. I recorded it, so I'm gonna go and watch it because I was busy showing my mom this awesome show called Sons of Anarchy on Netflix. But enough of that. Let's review the Ant-Man trailer. Now, my thoughts on this whole thing. I know a little bit of the Ant-Man mythology. I don't know too much of Scott Lang's. I know a little gist of it. And I know a little bit of Hank Pym as well. I think I do love the fact that they made Hank Pym older and we're following Scott Lang's storyline. As you know, Scott Lang has a daughter and basically it looks like he is a troublemaker and he is constant. I would think he's like the Sandman of this universe, honestly, trying to get things done, earn money, big money for maybe his daughter somewhat. I do love the fact that Michael Douglas is playing Hank Pym, and I do love the fact that they have an older, instead of going with Hank Pym's storyline, because we all know Hank Pym's married to the Wasp, and the Wasp is a big factor. Both of them are big factors in the Avengers team lineup. So, but I do love Michael Douglas as an older Hank Pym. Excuse me. That could lead to following stories from Hank Pym's perspective back in the day, like in World War II or whatever, when, Agent Carter, it makes sense. It makes sense that they ever want to do solo movies or something to do with Hank Pym. They can go back and use that storyline because we don't know too much of Hank Pym, and I don't think we're going to get a lot of his backstory in this film. We'll get somewhat of it, but not a lot of it. So watching this trailer, I do love Michael Douglas, as I do love them bringing these caliber older veteran actors like Robert Redford for Winter Soldier. I think Michael Douglas is going to be definitely a plus in this Marvel universe. Hopefully, there's rumors that are saying that he's maybe the bad guy towards the end. We don't know that yet. I think it's great though that he's in the cinematic universe. We see him talking to basically Scott Lang and pretty much preparing him, telling him, "Hey, I've been watching you. I've been keeping my eye on you, and you have great potential." So, and then we see Scott Lang, being escorted by these federal agents, or basically he's a troublemaker. He's definitely a troublemaker. So we see him has issues with the law. We see him, Scott Lang, who's played by Paul Rudd, with his daughter at some point. It looks like a little birthday party as well. I absolutely love the choice of Paul Rudd. I love this actor. I love this guy's personality. I think he's great in a lot of his movies. And he's up there in age, but it's crazy. I think Knocked Up said this, where his wife goes, "The older I get, the worse I look, but the older he gets, the better he looks." Paul Rudd seems to be aging gracefully, so I think he'll be playing Scott Lang for a very long time. And I just love how they picked us. Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd definitely deserves a shot. He definitely looks great in the superhero cinematic universe, especially when we see him in this Ant-Man uniform. We see him downside in the uniform. We see him downsized. We see him riding an ant. We see a lot of things from Paul Rudd. We see him with this, like, you think we could change the name? Is it too late to change the name? Or when basically Michael Douglas is finished with his speech about how you're going to become the Ant-Man. He's like, oh, So I definitely Paul Rudd definitely looks the part, and I definitely think he's gonna nail it. If there's one casting choice that's controversial, there's been Ben Affleck for Batman, Zuckerberg for Lex Luthor. Paul Rudd was a bit of a controversy, but I definitely see him. I'm looking forward to see him. He's definitely the underdog that I want to see succeed. And these scenes really showcase that, hey, he does really look like kind of like a superhero. A likable superhero, and that's great. Of course, we don't know too much. We got to watch the film to really see if he is very likable. But these scenes makes me really very excited because it really feels like another home run for Marvel, another pretty much light, entertaining film. I don't know too much about the villain. I've seen that actor before, the bald-headed one. I don't know. I'm not too excited for him. I mean, every time I see him in movies or whatever TV shows, he's like, okay, whatever. Michael Pena's in there. I hope Michael Pena gets a little bit of a juicier role. He definitely deserves it after End of Watch. If you watch Michael Pena, then he was in Fury. He's definitely he's great. He's a great actor. He's very funny. So, and I know they want to make this a little bit more funnier. So let's hopefully Ant-Man does succeed in that with the balance of funny, but also action-packed, serious, a little bit seriousness as well. But you can't get too serious with a movie called Ant-Man. So everything that I saw, I think I'm on board. I'm definitely on board. Am I overly excited? Not too much. I mean, it looks like a fine directed film. It looks fun. I think Paul Rudd, the casting's awesome. I'm just interested to see who's going to be the main villain. I'm interested to see how S.H.I.E.L.D. is tied up in all this. I'm interested to see some of the backstory on Michael Douglas, Hank Pym, and I'm definitely interested to see how this fits into the Avengers and everything. It's supposed to be a heist film, so hopefully this heist film is something a little bit fresh, something we haven't really seen before. I think it very overlooked, but Toy Story 3 is a pretty damn good heist film. Overall, what I saw in Ant-Man in this trailer, I think it hit all the right marks. It definitely feels like a fun summer blockbuster. Hopefully it is a great script. Hopefully the heist film is basically something we haven't seen before, and hopefully Paul Rudd nails the part, because what I've seen so far, though, he wasn't talking too much. He just said a few lines, but it looks like he'll nail the part very well because Paul Rudd's a very likable actor. Other than that, I mean, I am still very disappointed that Edgar Wright is not directing this, because some of these scenes look like it's off of Edgar Wright. It looks like a little bit of Edgar Wright's style. So seeing this Ant-Man, behold, I was like, oh my god, just imagine if they kept Edgar Wright in the chair, and you just want to know more about why this all fell apart. You're still saddened that Edgar Wright is not part of this project, because I think he really can make this thing very special. He definitely has a different style that all the Marvels are going for, but I saw some of that style in this trailer, just a little bit, especially the Ant-Man scenes, especially when we see him downsizing and riding that ant. So very disappointed Edgar Wright's not directing it. I know one of the I can't remember the director's name. I remember they said I saw something where he directed a film that I was like, I don't know about this director. So I don't know about this director, but I do have good. I mean, so far Marvel's been on a roll. Hopefully they stay on a roll. We had Guardians of the Galaxy, had Winter Soldier, really stepping it up after the stinkers of Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World. So cannot wait. This is one of my anticipated movies. Not too overly anticipated, but right there, you know. When I see a little bit more stuff, I think I'm going to get more excited. I do love that costume, though. That costume looks great, legit. Looks great on Paul Rudd, so kudos to that. I want to see what Evan Legillian, the chick from The Hobbit and Lost, what her big role is. I think we saw some glimpses of her. So we'll see. So great trailer to get us excited for this movie, and I will let you know what my thoughts on Agent of Carter is all about. So thank you guys for listening, and if you like this video, please push the like button, and please wish my sister Adriana Martinez a happy birthday if you can find her on Instagram, whatever. So I don't know if I can provide the link, but yeah, so 21. So thank you guys for listening, and please subscribe for more videos. Still a little bit sick, but trying to get better, and I'll definitely have more videos on the way. So thank you guys for listening, and let me know what you thought about the Ant-Man trailer.